Thereof, 5 runners over 2 miles and 9 flights in the opening grade 1, the KPMG Champion Novice Hurdle. And it's divergent to stripes. Alongside is Found of 50, followed by Facile Vega. And at the back of the field, the 2 greys, Il Était Temps and No Looking Back. Diverge is the narrow leader from Found of 50, tracked a couple of lengths away in third by Facile Vega. Racing together at the rear, Il Était Temps and No Looking Back as they go uphill to flight number 2. Diverge and Found of 50, precious little between them, followed by Facile Vega, No Looking Back on the inside, and then Il Était Temps as they go away from flight number 2. Diverge and Patrick Mullins now shift on in front by a couple of lengths to Found of 50 and Jordan Gainford. Third, the favourite Facile Vega and Paul Townend in the red and blue. And then Il Était Temps, Danny Mullins on the outside of No Looking Back, and Philip Enright. Flight number 3. Diverge emerged with the lead of a widening 4 lengths. Il Était Temps has improved to pick up the chase on the outside of Facile Vega. Found of 50, knocked back to 4th, is one behind No Looking Back as they go downhill to flight number 4. At this point, it's a Willie Mullins 1, 2, 3. Diverge leads stable companions Il Était Temps and Facile Vega, with the final couple, Found of 50 and No Looking Back. The downhill flight number 4, Diverge over well. Il Était Temps hit that flight very hard, somehow managed to find a leg on landing, has lost second to Facile Vega as they swing a right to head into the back straight to the halfway stage. Is Diverge, followed by Facile Vega, Il Était Temps, No Looking Back, and relegated to be last of the 5 is Found of 50. Heading down the far side with 5 flights left to jump soon at halfway. It's Diverge, leading Facile Vega, Il Était Temps, No Looking Back, going away from Found of 50. On now to the next flight as they pass the halfway point. It's Diverge by 3 lengths to Facile Vega, Il Était Temps, No Looking Back. And the back marker is Found of 50. 4 to jump in the KPMG Champion Novice Hurdle. It's Diverge, leading Facile Vega, Il Était Temps on the outside of No Looking Back, gone away from Found of 50, who's struggling. With less than 3/4 of a mile to go and 3 flights to jump. It's Diverge, turning out of the back straight with a reduced advantage over Facile Vega, who's in between the greys Il Était Temps, No Looking Back, and then Found of 50. 5 furlongs to race and 3 flights to jump. Diverge, reeled in by Facile Vega, who's now within a length, 3/4 of a length back to Il Était Temps, just shading to third from No Looking Back, 5 lengths to Found of 50. Third last flight coming up, just after the turn, and it's Diverge, stoked by Facile Vega, who stepped badly at it, did well to survive on landing, but is now powered up on the outside to join stable companion Diverge with 2 to jump. Il Était Temps right with them, and then No Looking Back. The second last, and it's Facile Vega in between Diverge and Il Était Temps round the outside. Then No Looking Back going away clear from Found of 50. Good run to the final flight, and it's Facile Vega and Il Était Temps going forward, clear of No Looking Back. Tying up quickly is Diverge, in line for the final flight, and it is Facile Vega and Paul Townend driven up on the outside. Il Était Temps, Danny Mullins out in front of, in third place, No Looking Back and Philip Enright, and Facile Vega is opening up. 1 flight left to jump. It's Facile Vega the leader. At the last, Facile Vega over and going clear. A mistake by No Looking Back, and on the run in it is Facile Vega ending his season on a winning note, and the KPMG Champion Novice is winning by a widening 6 to 7 lengths. Paul Townend and Willie Mullins are off the mark. 2 races in. Second, Il Était Temps, No Looking Back third, Found of 50 in fourth, and tailed off Diverge.
Facile Vega in the winner's enclosure for another grade 1 in the KPMG Champion Novice Hurdle. His trainer, of course, Willie Mullins, and it was a 1-2 as well with Il Était Temps chasing him home. Congratulations, but not without its scare at the third last.
Yeah, Paul thinks he doesn't have any respect for hurdles. So I'd say we'll probably, sooner we go chasing, the better.
Yes, you've preempted my next question. He does kind of look that way, doesn't he?
Yeah, Paul just said all season he's been capable of doing something like that. He did it in Cheltenham, he did it here today, and we'll pop him over a fence maybe next week and put him out to grass and then come back over fences.
But he's got a great engine as well. I mean, he was able to get Leopardstown Tom off the bridle.
Yeah, huge engine, huge stride. And, you know, his whole back pedigree is all stamina, staying. Though it's fantastic that he's able to win Grade 1 race over 2 miles, but I've no problem with him over fences if he tells us that he can go out to 2.5 or 3 miles. But if you have a horse that can win over 2, it's easier to keep them sound, it's easier to train them, and you know, I prefer that, but we'll see.
Much to look forward to next season. How about Leopardstown Tom? He's got his jumping issues as well. He gave a scare.
Yeah, I think we've decided we're probably going to send him to a trainer who can teach them how to jump. That's obviously not me, but anyway. That's what we were discussing in number 2. So he just needs a lot more schooling, I think. You know, he schooled yesterday morning, but he's just one of those horses. Maybe he might just take the hood off him and he might have more respect. I don't know. We have to try something anyhow to make him jump a bit better.
And looking ahead to the other 2 Grade 1s, you're 4-handed in each of them. Which of yours do you think is going to serve it up most at Energumen?
I think this drying weather and the way the first 2 races have run here, I think this track is riding, to me, it looks as if it's riding a lot better than the official description. I don't know what the times are telling you, but
I haven't seen it. So.
Yeah, but I would say it's riding a lot better. That means Gentleman to Me comes into the picture, and he's fresh, you know. So probably would surprise me, but he's the one I think that I'd be most afraid of, and I'm sure Paul won't give him too much rain.
And how about in the novice chase? The freshest horse there would be Classic Getting.
Yeah, he just lacks experience, but he definitely is fresh. But he has his chance. Yeah, he has his chance.
And how
the others have been everywhere. You know, they've been so, and they're just racing a bit stale. You know, when you see them in Fairyhouse, Sir Gerhardt, and Appreciate It, you wonder what they can pull out. I'm hoping the extra half mile will help Appreciate It. But I just wonder, is he just having a sort of an off season? He doesn't have that spark that he had before. So Classic Getaway could have that bit of spark. You know, he has plenty of talent. If he's able to handle it, mightn't have enough experience. Experience will be the key for him.
Best of luck for the rest of the meeting and congratulations.
Thank you. Cheers.
Paul Townend just landed the opening Grade 1 of the 2023 Punchestown Festival on Facile Vega. Well done. You were lucky 3 out.
Not without scare. That's in him. The hurdles are kind of in his way a little bit, to be honest, and just had a guess at it, but had enough energy to stand up and straight back on the bridle and lengthened well when he turned in.
Is it just that he takes his eye off the ball once or twice? Lacks a little bit of concentration going into 1 or 2 of them?
Yeah, they're kind of in his way a bit, you know. But once he done that, he went down and he was well awake at the next and jumped the last well. So like, he's a brilliant jumper. There's no, they can all make a mistake, you know.
And you were adamant to hold on to him for as long as possible. Obviously, you had Danny covered. He's come up on your outside, turning into the straight. But you were adamant just to keep filling him up, Yeah, I was able to get Danny off kind of without committing, you know. And like we lengthened down into the straight, which allowed me to take Danny off it. And I thought he was opening up, you know, the whole way down to the last. And once we were over that, it was game over. There's no doubt about his engine.
Yeah, it's definitely there anyway.
Ground-wise, what's it riding like out there?
It's beautiful ground. Probably yielding ground on proper winter horses. There isn't much softer than I thought, but it's very safe. Yeah.
What about Energy Name?
Hopefully he's in half the form he was in Cheltenham and take a lot of beating.
That'll be good enough and appreciated. I think that's the most open of the Grade 1s of the afternoon. Tongue tie on for the first time stepping up in trip.
Just try it. Look, I don't know. There wasn't much between them in Fairyhouse. We're trying something different. We'll appreciate it, and we'll see. It's a hard race to pick between them all, I think.
I'd say it was a hard call for you too to take.
It wasn't easy. There's plenty of them not easy, and that definitely wasn't. So we've gone for appreciated again, and hopefully he can repay us today.
And obviously the last day he hung and he didn't jump great, did he?
Never really happy on him the last day. Nearly got brought down and things didn't go right for him. But it wasn't for the way things didn't go throughout the race. I wasn't too far behind them, you know. So we'll see.
Great stuff. Well done and best of luck.
Thank you.
Subscribe to Racing TV's YouTube channel now to watch more great races like this.